Speaking of Caleb Williams, I want to show you some Caleb Williams talk recently on Pablo's podcast.
Out to a guy who's really well connected, a former scout, really well connected across the NFL with GMs and front offices, and I was blown away by his reaction.
What did the scout tell you that you can report?
I hated it. Hated it. He would scare the shit out of me if I was working for a team. Raw emotion is great, but Caleb's thing, that was ridiculous to me. That threw up major red flags. You just lost a game in the middle of your fucking season, and it was like your third loss in the Pac-12, and you went hugging on mommy and crying in mommy's arms, and it just seems really freaking weak and nuts. And I will tell you, he scares the shit out of a lot of NFL teams, too. The book on him is he's just kind of a weird kid. One GM told me it's like if Prince played quarterback. Look, I don't know him from Adam. I do not know him. But to me, that looked weak as shit, really fragile.
And so this is part of why I wanted to do this episode, is because as much...
Pablo, we don't care. Most of the shit you say is full of shit. So look, I've said exactly what that GM said for a long time. I just said that with Tank. I just said that with Shaun King. I just said that with Matt. I don't know if that guy can lead my locker room. That's just been my biggest thing. Like, because eventually the nail painting, the pink phone, all that, like Jeff Nadu said, we don't care if you win, but if you lose, you're really going to get some heat. I think it's going to come back to that.
Well, let me defend this cat a little because I feel like we go at him a lot. One, I said former NFL scout. Maybe he's retired. I don't know. Maybe he got fired. I don't know why. Put your names and numbers. Shout out to Marcellus Wiley. Names and numbers. If you're gonna say something like that strong,
we do it
and go at a cat's character. Say your name.
But Pablo won't.
Right. You know we would do
that's the problem. I don't know if it's the guy that didn't say his name or if it's the guy that's reporting it in this podcast.
Nah, the guy didn't say his name. This happens. Trust me. Even at Fox, like a lot of time we use anonymous source said. It's like I can't stand that. If you're gonna say something that strong, have the balls to put your name on it and say, hey, yeah, I've said it. Darnell said it. JB said it. So that's number one. Number two, the last thing he said, and that last part of his quote was, I don't know this guy from Adam. Stop right there. So you're admitting you don't know this cat. You're taking a moment, which we all on this show we agree with. I said that's some shit that I ain't never seen nobody go run to their mama and cry at the end of the game. I've never seen that in my life. Red flag, cool, I hear you. But it's at the same time, you do not know this cat, but your opinion is so strong of the same person that you don't know. It's kind of like the haters that don't know JB. That when I first started this show, they like, you JB, that dude JB kind of crazy. You sure you hosting with him? But they don't even know you. So that's my only little thing. It's like, of course, have your opinion on certain things, have your opinion on how he plays, talk about the red flag as far as like some of the things he's done and why that concerns you. But to go so hard at somebody who you don't know and you're admitting that you don't know, it's kind of strange to me. That's my initial take.
I'm gonna straight up disagree because there's not a GM in this whole draft for the history of the draft, 100 years, that knows any of the players. They don't know the players. None of them. None of them do. They're always going to have to say, well, I don't know him personally, but we don't draft off personality. We don't draft them off knowing him personally. Smitty, they're not kicking it with him at the barbecue. They draft them off of their actions, the film, the eye in the sky, plus their characteristics, background checks they do with NFL security, and all things they see with the naked eye. Well, guess what the naked eye sees nowadays? More than ever because of the social media and the phones that you and I discuss on this show all the time. So being said, if I see more than ever, then the judgmentals are coming out more than ever. And you're going to have judging of everyone on every sort, every level. So they're judging his nails, his crying to mama, his Netflix account, everything they're going to judge. And they're always going to say, we don't know you. They've never have known him, though. The coaches don't get to know him unless Gruden brings you in and talks to you like he used to do on ESPN. That's still not knowing you. You can go out and rob McDonald's right after that. Shit, how many recruits I'd go talk to at their house, and they'd be the greatest kid since sliced bread, and then I go home and I find out this motherfucker robbed McDonald's last night. Like, dog, you can't trust none of them. So you have to just it's a crapshoot, Smitty. It's a roll of the dice on who will come out on top in your draft. Because look at the percentages. We miss more than we hit. Period. It's like gambling, betting. Most winners, 25% winners in betting. 40 if you're good. That's under 50%. 40 if you're good. That's under 50%. That's the same thing in NFL draft. You miss more than you hit. And I just think I have an idea who that GM is, but I just think that's the truth. I think that's what's happening right now in this draft. We see it more often, so we're going to judge it more often. Period. That's what I think. And I think he's putting it out there. And it's like the Colorado thing, Smitty. You put it out there, own it. You're going to say it, say your name, put behind it, own it. Well, you know damn well you can't do that either, Smitty, because you can't do it in your line of work because you work for a certain place. We can't do it because we don't want to throw people under the bus that are homies that give us sources or information. So you say that, but you don't. We don't do it either.
No, I'm not telling the Pablo guy to fucking put somebody's name out there. I'm saying the guy, the scout probably told Buddy, "Hey, don't say my name."
But I'm saying, how do
cool.
we know?
I'm saying that scout should have been like, "Nah, fuck it." I'm saying, don't say some real bold shit to that level, and then be like, and then hide. That's kind of crazy. Like, damn, like you gonna demean my character to that level, and then say, and then hide.
I won't put your name on something to demean the character, but we always do it too, though. We always say, "Hey, we got some information, but I can't tell you who said it."
No, listen. I think you're confusing what I'm saying. I'm not saying us or Pablo, the person who runs the show, should just fucking put their source out there. I'm not saying that. I'm saying whoever the source is should have gave Pablo permission to be like, hey, he's a former scout. He ain't working right now. He ain't tied to it. I'm saying, don't say some bold shit to that level and then hide. And that's just my opinion. I hear what you're saying. That's just my opinion on that. My thing is, at the end of the day, we have all these opinions in the world. He going number one, point blank, period. So we can say we want nails, all this shit. Cool. I don't like a lot of that shit either. But he going number one. And the film is gonna be the film. So we gonna see how this young cat go out there and perform. And there's gonna be some hiccups regardless, because every rookie has hiccups. That's expected as a quarterback. But I want to see signs of him being special, because that's what I was told. For the last 2 years, this guy's supposed to be back-to-back Heisman. People are saying he's the greatest college quarterback of all time they've ever seen. He's the most locked in prospect since Andrew Luck and this, that, and the third. And they traded away Justin Fields, who to me showed some signs of greatness as well. And they trade him away like it was nothing. So you're doing all this. I want to see the tape in the NFL, and he ain't gotta be an all pro as a rookie. I'm not trying to put no unrealistic expectations on him, but I need to see some signs of special to where it can make sense. We knew Justin Herbert was going to be a real deal after his rookie year. We knew that Andrew Luck was going to be a real deal. We knew like there's certain quarterbacks who we like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. CJ Stroud, obviously, like, okay, I need to see that sort of level of a rookie season to make it all make sense. Because like you said yourself, and like a lot of others, they see a big time skill set. They see him throwing off platform throws and being a good athlete, but a lot of these scouts aren't seeing necessarily the special that everyone's talking about. So I just want to see it. So that's where I'm at.
Let me break down this bitch made cat right here.
Break him down fully. He has no picture.
So he's been talking in the chat apparently because he got people riled up. So he said it don't matter. Caleb Williams still going number one. JB agreeing with an unemployed scout. See, this is the problem. You people, you young fucks in this chat, like G Wizzle, who's an absolute fucking nobody troll. He is hiding behind his name and doing exactly what you're talking about right now.
Mm.
He won't put his real name on it because he knows he's a nobody. And yet he wants to discredit a former NFL GM, a job that you will never attain. You won't even attain above a Walmart bagger. And yet you're in here talking as if you know things that you just don't know, dog. Like, you guys have no fucking respect for anyone. That's like you coming at me talking about, oh, well, you don't coach, you're unemployed. But yet you have zero resume. You have zero resume. You're a nobody. You live with your mommy. You suck her titty. You and your boy are working in tandem in here. Jax. You and Jax are the same person, probably, Smitty. Like, we're supposed to be this dumb and not know that you're working together, you fucking idiots. So anyway,
the Dudley brothers.
Yeah, like they're two trolls living like, gee, jizzle these nuts out your mouth, boy. Let's
Max
go.
Hess makes a quick little. I saw this online too. I haven't watched the show, Max, but someone said the same thing. It's like he was on the pivot.
Hank said it.
Yeah. He was on the pivot and said, like you said, still not a huge fan, but if you watch the show, you'll understand him a little bit more. He has a good head on his shoulders.
That's not what I got out of it.
So you've already watched the whole shit.
I watched the clips that I saw.
Oh, you didn't watch the whole thing. That don't count.
I don't watch Pivot, but I watched the clips, and I just took femininity at all-time high. I don't see this the thing. Oh, he broke it down. He's a troll. He just been trolling us, JB. Like, homie, I don't care. I'm tired of hearing about the troll shit. Like, play football and do your thing. Go box. And if you're advocate for mental health, then don't act like you're mentally ill, Ryan Garcia. Like, I'm tired of the troll shit. This whole word and this whole fucking troll thing is a joke. So I'm just like, dog, get out of here.